For the last 6 years, I have been obsessed with figuring out how to beat lower back pain by fixing the muscles. I refuse to believe that we are slaves to back pain and that through the right correction exercises and intentional work, it can be beaten. Around 1.5 years ago, I had a stretch of time where I was solely focused on strength and resilience. At this point, I was already aware of the musculature around the lower back and how it can act either like protecting armor to keep you out of pain forever, or like a pain-triggering nightmare, depending on how you build your muscles around your back. And so around this time, I was drawn to the suitcase carry exercise. I really liked this exercise and I was drawn to it because I saw it engaged a lot of trunk muscles like the QL, obliques, core, even the spinal erectors. It built strength and endurance, it was scalable, and it allowed me to throw some weight around safely. During a 3-month stretch at this time 1.5 years ago, I did the suitcase carry every single week. I did it for 2 to 3 times a week for 1 to 3 sets during each session. And I know that's not the most consistent trial in the world, but this is essentially 5 to 10 sets of suitcase carries every single week for 3 months straight. And here are the results. At the time, I was 6 feet, still 6 feet, 170 pounds. I was a little lighter. I started with 40 pounds for sets of 1 minute. And then by the time I was done at the end of these 3 months, I was at 55 pounds for 1:15. So my weight went up 15 pounds. I also gained 15 seconds. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but the difference was actually massive, guys. And the most noticeable changes were just in the confidence and stability of my back. Towards the last couple weeks of doing the suitcase carry exercise and all the time afterwards, after maintaining the strength, I noticed myself just paying attention to my back a lot less. Like, I stopped paying attention to spine hygiene. I stopped paying attention to my posture and how I'm sitting and how I'm lifting and moving things around. Like, my body was just strong enough to live. I didn't have to focus intentionally on what I was doing all the time, which was awesome. It's like if your wrist doesn't hurt, you don't think about your wrist all the time. Like, my back wasn't bothering me at all, so I wasn't thinking about my back. It freed up a lot of mind space, and it just wasn't a problem. Like, it wasn't something that took my attention anymore. And my conclusion on why I thought this was, and why I thought this was really effective, and why I recommend this to a lot of the folks I coach and teach, is that this exercise is very good at exposing weak points and showing your body what needs to build strength and endurance to correct. So in order to do this exercise well and scale it and be able to move weight safely and not hurt yourself in the process, you need not only strength, but also endurance in a lot of key areas that are just protectors for your back, like your QL, your paraspinals, those little multifidus muscles that span vertebrae to vertebrae or every other vertebrae, the core muscles, the obliques. All of these need to be working or you can't scale the suitcase carry exercise. So it's kind of self-correcting in the sense that it builds strength and endurance in all these muscles just naturally by progression. So in the end here, I'm going to recommend that you do this, especially if you have back pain, even if you have to start very light and just get volume, because every minute you spend in the suitcase carry exercise is going to be like building armor to protect your lower back against whatever life's going to throw at it. Ideally, as a standard, I want you to be able to do 1/3 of your body weight for 1 minute of time. I realized once I hit that threshold that a lot of my problems just kind of went away. And like I said earlier, if you do this and you scale, some benefits I would expect is that you just stop worrying about your back. You're going to build strength and endurance just by naturally progressing the movement. So my recommendation is that you start to do this. Start with good posture and good bracing. Start light, trust the volume, trust the process. Do it for at least 3 months before you give up on it. And the muscle and resilience will slowly start to build. Thanks for watching. Try it out. We'll see you in the next one.